All right, in this episode, we're chatting about money, and I myself have had to overcome a lot with my money shit, and really was an absolute financial disaster until I took 100% ownership for this area of my life. When I took ownership for this area of my life, and my business grew to a place where I was quickly making six figures in a year, I believed that the solution was to make more money. And what I've learned through my own experience is it's not just about that. In some cases, it simply is that, and you just need to go make more money. And there's a plethora of things you can do to make money nowadays. There's no excuses. If you ever want to chat about that, reach out to me, because I am offering one-on-one consultations around mapping out your financial streams of income, how you can add another additional stream of income, especially when it comes to an online business. I learned that it's not that you need to necessarily just make more money. You need to be smarter with that money that you have coming in. Without going too far into details, I definitely enjoyed that financial abundance, but I definitely did not manage it well. And I've learned a lot in the process. But here's the thing about how I got from probably not even being able to qualify to buy an apartment to owning my home that, it's a significant market value, significant mortgage. My bills and mortgage are a huge lump sum every month. To being able to do this, and yes, have some hard times in there with divorce and the changes that happen. Yes, definitely. But to be able to maintain this lifestyle of living and keep going during the hardest of times, when my health took a turn and I had to take basically a whole month off because I was bedridden, I was so grateful for my business. I was so grateful for my clients and the people that invest in my business, in my services, because I would not have been able to probably keep providing for my family when I was bedridden. I was able to get out of bed to do my client work. I was able to do the things I absolutely had to do, but I could not have gone to a 9-to-5. There's no way. So just so much, so many gifts in having your own business and having it in such a way that you're not working hours for dollars necessarily, or setting your life up in such a way that if something like that happened, you will be okay. So that is even just having a fund that is there if the worst happens and you need to take some time off, that you are going to be okay. So in all of that, through some harder times financially, through big, massive expenses coming up and all of it, here's the one thing that, well, two things, but the one big thing I will not budget on, and I will not completely cut out of my life, and that is getting support, mentoring, coaching. The way I see it, when I joined one of the first coaching group programs for my business, it was a multiple $1,000 investment US. I'm in Canada. A lot of the stuff I purchase is in US dollars. I charge in US dollars. I actually didn't have the money to invest in that. I didn't know where it was coming from. So I did the payment plan, and there was a few months it was really tight to make a go of it, because it was when I was just really starting my online business. It was new. I was coming out of one-on-one counseling practice locally. I was moving online, and I didn't know what I was doing. And so I went with this person that I had been listening to his podcast for quite some time prior to that, and I loved his approach. He blends spirituality with mindset and all of that, which I like. And that helped me to get my online business off the ground. And then from there, I joined another, more of like a transformation program with the mindset, the energy, the spirituality. There's a theme here. I love mentors that bring in all that, and that's why I bring in all of that into my work. And again, at that point, wasn't really sure where that was coming from, got on the payment plan. And through everything, and this is what I was just thinking about this morning, and maybe you can relate, and I know I've definitely worked with women that are like this. They're like, I'm going through a divorce. I have lots of expenses coming. There's this, there's that. but like, I know I need this support. I know I need this for myself. And that's where I've been, because I've realized I wouldn't have gotten to where I was if I had have kept saying, I can't afford to invest in myself. I can't afford to get the mentoring and support I need to get to the next level. And that's why we stay stuck, because we keep having the same excuses. Maybe yours isn't I can't afford. Maybe it's I don't have the time, or I'm going to fail. It could be a different story for why you don't invest in yourself. But that is one thing I will never skimp on. I go through periods of time where I need more support. So I have multiple coaches and avenues that I go to for different purposes. I have a program that I can go into for my business and utilize it whenever I need to. And the community that came with it is always there. So I have that. I invested in that. So that's an asset I have that I can keep using. I'm constantly buying courses and books. And I really love audiobooks because I can listen when I'm walking, which I'm always trying to get my 10,000 steps in. And I will listen to something during that time. Typically, it's something personal growth related. Once in a while, it's my playlist, but usually it is I'm listening to personal growth. I listen to personal growth when I'm folding laundry, when I'm mopping the floors, when I'm puttering, when I'm putting stuff away in the house, when I'm in the backyard doing work. I am listening to personal growth. So it is a high value of mine. And I attribute that to all of the shit I've overcome and kept going, because I won't skimp on times when I need support. And if you are a sensitive woman, an anxious woman, a deep thinking woman, you've had trauma, we need more support maybe than others to be able to keep getting up and going. We need the support of someone who is doing that work and who is a few steps at least ahead of us in the process, that has something to offer us to help us light the way to where we're going. And so that was something I was thinking this morning, is like, no matter where I've been, I mean, I'm even thinking about the very first relationship course I bought. I put it on a credit card and maxed it out because I was like, I need this help. I need something, a lifeline. This was many, many, many years ago. It was the very first online course I bought through a mentor that I really respect too. Like, I have my certain people, like with their podcasts, that I started listening to 10 years ago or whatever, maybe not quite, but about that long, and I still listen to them. They're still around. They're those kind of people that have that solid brand, that solid presence, and I still listen to those podcasts to this day. And I've purchased programs and coaching from them, and I still listen to them, right? So all this to say, aside from my personal growth, the other area I will not skimp on is my health. So even if I'm like, I need to stop paying whatever